Four announced stops. In the event of an emergency, press the emergency buzzer on the tram ceiling.
The elephants at Singapore Zoo are Asian, and they are smaller than those found in Africa. They are female and do not have tusks. Only male Asian elephants have tusks.
We went to the Elephants of Asia and saw a show where elephants picked up all kinds of things with their trunks, from a little hat to a big heavy log.
Elephants are intelligent and inquisitive animals. They're also strong and agile. Even on a narrow pathway, if there's something in their way, they figure out how to walk around it or step over it. To keep them strong and stimulate their minds, the elephant keepers come up with new challenges and physical activities they enjoy. For instance, baby elephants like to kick big rubber balls and chase them. The adult elephants join in too. They never lose their sense of fun.
Sometimes they step on the ball, and it makes a big noise when it pops. All the elephants run away, but then they come back to the keeper because they want another ball to play with. Our next stop is near Australasia, where the animals from Australia and Papua New Guinea live. This is your stop to see the kangaroos and their cousins, the wallabies. Every now and then, one of the females has a joey, or baby kangaroo, in her pouch. On hot days, the kangaroos and wallabies sit in the shade, licking themselves. They do that to cool off. You can also meet the tree kangaroo. There really are kangaroos that live in trees. Do look out the cassowary, a huge flightless bird. This is also your stop for the primate kingdom, where you can see different kinds of monkeys living on islands with lots of plants for them to rest and move around, like they do in the wild.
Tram Stop 2, the Primate Kingdom and Australasia. Primate Kingdom and Australasia, this stop.
Tree kangaroos don't have big hind legs for hopping like other kangaroos. Instead, they have strong front legs, big feet, and curved claws for climbing trees.
There's one named
Oh, you also the elephant? Yeah. Also in battle.
Welcome to Singapore Zoo. For your safety, please remain seated while the tram is in motion. Keep your hands and the rest of you inside the vehicle. We may pause occasionally for pedestrian traffic. Do not disembark during these pauses. Only at our 4 announced stops. In the event of an emergency, press the emergency buzzer on the tram ceiling.
Makaya and Nupella, 2 of the tree kangaroos in the Australasia exhibit, are here for a special reason.
The zoo put them together so they'll have babies.
There aren't as many tree kangaroos in the wild as there used to be. People are still destroying their habitat. So zoos around the world, including Singapore, are working together to encourage tree kangaroos to reproduce. That's why they put Makaya and Nupella together. I call them the love couple of Australasia.
Do you think they'll have babies?
I hope so. If endangered species in zoos have more babies, then these rare and wonderful animals won't go extinct. The Singapore Zoo has very successful breeding programs for many threatened animals, including orangutans, elephants, white rhinos, pangolins, and hornbills.
Chinese way. You see all the animals batok. He's not showing their faces, he's showing the batok. Minimum guarantee. Yeah. Minimum guarantee. And warranty, yeah?
Look up for orangutans as you pass through this area. Orangutan means man of the forest in the Malay language. You'll see two subspecies, the golden brown Sumatran orangutan and the darker Bornean orangutan. They live in a spacious, free-range environment with trees and climbing platforms for them to move around like they would in the wild. In Borneo and Sumatra, where wild orangutans are found, logging, poaching, and forest fires have destroyed their forest homes. Their natural habitat may be threatened, but this amazing creature, the man of the forest, will survive thanks to breeding programs at Singapore Zoo and worldwide.
More of my favorite animals are a short walk from our next stop. It's the part of the zoo called Wild Africa, where you can meet cheetahs, warthogs, zebras, painted dogs, lions, and other big cats.
Rhinoceroses and giraffes also live in Wild Africa. Don't miss the token feedings, which allow you to get up close with the rhino or giraffe and feed them.
Tram stop 3, Wild Africa. Wild Africa is stopped.
This is where you drop like this now. You cannot even fall flat. You watch this and
Ew!
now.
What's that smell?
What do you think it is?
The rhinos?
You're right! We're close to the area where the rhinoceroses leave their dung.
You mean it's like a toilet? That's not very polite.
For rhinos, putting their dung in the same place keeps the rest of their home clean. And the smell is actually a way to communicate with other animals. It tells them that this territory belongs to the rhinos.
Baby rhinos are really funny. They run and jump and play roughhouse like dogs.
The white rhinoceros is endangered in the wild. That's why the zoo breeds them under human care. It's a real challenge. So when a baby's born, it's cause for celebration.
Victory. And research, I will take it. More production speed, I will take it. I don't care. Not you. You.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to move on.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, please remain seated while the tram is in operation. Thank you.
You're watching or you're playing?
Welcome to Wild Africa. We're just passing the white rhinos on the right.
There's no rhinos.
Across from them is the exhibit for the African painted dogs.
You might not see them from the tram, but there's a viewing hut where you can get a good look. That's why we get off at the stop and walk around. You can see the animals up close.
Next on the right, you'll see zebras. And on the left, cheetahs. These are all animals of the savannah.
What's a savanna?
A grassy plain with only a few trees.
I'd like to see cheetahs on the savannah. They're the fastest land mammal.
Cheetahs can run at speeds equivalent to 115 kilometers an hour.
Wow!
Did you know the white rhinos almost went extinct because of hunting?
Really?
Yes, but they're making a comeback, thanks to conservation work and breeding programs in zoos around the world. Many baby rhinos have been bred here at the Singapore Zoo.
It's easy to spot the giraffes because their necks are so long. And if you're lucky, you might see lions on the left. You can see more big cats walk through cat country.
The zoo has token feedings which allow guests to get up close with the animals and feed them.
Yeah, I got to feed Rowie, the most famous giraffe in Singapore. I held out a big bunch of leaves, and he grabbed the whole thing with his long black tongue. It made my hand all slobbery.
Most animals will accept food offered to them readily. Zoo guests should only give them food at token feedings under a keeper's supervision.
Rowie and Ronnie had a baby, didn't they?
That's right. Its name is Jubilee.
How is this thing?
When people come to the zoo, they usually expect to see pretty big animals like elephants, giraffes, or bears. But the world has some amazing small animals too, particularly the ones who live in the rainforests around the world. That's where you'll find the Madagascar ring-tailed lemur, the Malayan flying fox, the mouse deer, and many others. You can meet these unique and beautiful creatures close to our next stop. They live in a huge aviary called Fragile Forest. That name always reminds me that our planet's rainforests truly are fragile. They're disappearing every day.
Tram, thank you.
This part of the zoo is home to the mangroves and chimpanzees.
The best way to see them close up is to take a look.
On our left, you might glimpse some mandrills. The dominant male has a colorful bottom and bright red and blue markings on its face like a mask. Next, we'll pass the chimpanzees.
Sometimes they walk around with twigs in their hands.
In the wild, they use twigs to poke into termite mounds for termites. In Singapore Zoo, the keepers place honey in the artificial termite mound, and the chimps use twigs to get to the honey. Chimpanzees are intelligent. Wild chimpanzees work as a group to hunt monkeys. pass a gazebo on our right. Look nearby for a life-size sculpture of an orangutan. This sculpture is a memorial to an animal who remains a symbol of Singapore Zoo.
Ame!
You're right.
She was famous. VIPs like Elizabeth Taylor, Michael Jackson, and Great Britain's Prince Philip asked specially to meet Ame when they visited Singapore.
She was also an intelligent orangutan and a devoted mother. Amang cared for 5 babies of her own and 2 that she adopted. When her keeper wanted to check her baby's health, she would hand them to him. That's how completely she trusted her keeper. She enjoyed leading people, and the people loved her. 4,000 mourners came to her funeral.
Singapore has a new Ame. She is the granddaughter of the first Ame. If you say you're going to the zoo, anyone in Singapore will probably say, you're going to see Ame. I used to think reptiles were slimy, scary things. Then a reptile keeper told me that they have dry skin, and they are very clean.
And intelligent, too. There's one tortoise who got in the keeper's way whenever they tried to clean up the exhibit. The tortoise knew they were going to turn on the hose, and it wanted a shower. One giant tortoise